This essay example, as well as thousands of others, is available in text format on our website for free and without registration. Simply Google Ivy Panda Free Essays.
Plato's theory of forms. In the world of philosophy, Plato is one of the most celebrated and studied philosophers. One of his major works is Elucidation of Forms, which he describes as supra-sensible entities. According to him, forms or ideas are non-mental entities and do not depend upon the human mind. Plato's main point on the forms is that it is only by studying them genuine knowledge can be obtained. His major work on the forms came about in his attempt to come up with a concrete solution to world-s problems. Therefore, the main purpose of this paper is to discuss the theory of forms as one of the main contributions of Plato. To grasp what is all about the theory of forms, he explains various qualities possessed by the forms. Transcendence is one of the characteristics possessed by forms. They are inherently in nature, and they are not limited to space and time. Due to the fact that forms epitomize a single property, they are said to be pure. Material objects are impure simply because they combine more than one property, such as hardness, redness, and circularity, just to mention but a few. Another attribute of forms is that they are archetypes. By this it means that they are perfect examples of that which they stand for. He further maintains that all material objects are a reflection of forms because forms are ultimate real entities and reality of object forms is derived from the forms themselves. Another characteristic of forms is that they are causes of all things, in that they are the real source of the being of all things in the world. Lastly, Plato maintains that there is systematic interconnectedness in forms as seen in the dialectic process that we acquire from knowledge of forms. Plato formulated the theory of forms as a result of major problems in the world which he attempted to solve. The first problem which he attempted to solve was an ethical problem. Before then, it was not clear how possible it was for humans to lead a fulfilling life in a changing world in which those things they attach to them can be deprived from them. The second problem was the problem of permanence and change. Solution to this problem sought to address the question on how it is possible that the world appears to be both changing and permanent. As he attempted to provide solutions to these grand problems, he first broke up the existence into two realms, namely, material realm and transcendent realm of forms. Plato maintains that human beings are able to access the realm of by doing so. This facilitates access to an unchanging world that is free from pain and changes that are witnessed in the material world. However, it calls for detachment of an individual from the material world and from the body as one gets more concerned with forms. He affirms that only through this way we find a value that is neither subject to disintegration nor change. Similarly, by breaking existence up into two realms, it helps to provide an answer to the problem of permanence and change. In regard to this problem, through our mind we perceive a different world which has different objects. This is possible through our senses. However, the material world is always changing, but the realms of form which are perceived through the mind there are permanent. He declares that it is this world which is real, and that the world of change is just an imperfect reflection of the real world. Therefore, in regard to Plato's theory of forms, human beings are prone to deception from their senses on how they discern the world around them. Importantly, objects that they perceive using their senses are just but images or even experiences from their mind. So, the more the object is objective, the more the real the object that is being described becomes. This essay on Plato's theory of forms was written and submitted by your fellow student. You are free to use it for research and reference purposes in order to write your own paper. However, you must cite it accordingly.